how I made this from this. Looks cool, right? In this video, I'll show you exactly how I created this camera tracking effect in After Effects. Let's jump straight into it. First of all, I am going to open After Effects and import the footage that I want to work with. This is the clip on which I will perform camera tracking. As you can see, the file has been imported successfully. Now I will drag it into a new composition. And there we go. Our new composition has been created. Here you can see that I have a video of random people walking through a street. The camera is moving, and there are walls and surfaces around the street where I can place text later on. To start camera tracking, go to the Window menu and make sure the Tracker panel is enabled. Select your footage layer and click Track Camera. After Effects will now begin analyzing the footage. As you can see, the frames are currently being analyzed. Depending on your computer's specifications and the length of the footage, this process may take some time. Now the analysis is complete. You can see that After Effects has generated a large number of tracking points throughout the scene. These points help us place text and other elements naturally inside the environment. Before placing the text, I want to rotoscope the people in the scene because they will eventually overlap with the text. First, I will create a duplicate of the original footage layer. Not the camera tracked layer, just a duplicate of the original footage. Next, I will double-click the duplicated layer to open it in the Layer panel. Using the Roto Brush tool, I am going to carefully rotoscope all the people visible in the scene. Since they will pass in front of the text later, it's important that the selection is accurate. I want everything to look clean, so I am taking my time and rotoscoping carefully. Alright, now the rotoscoping is complete. I will close the Layer panel and return to the composition. Now, inside the camera track layer, I can see all of the tracking points. To get even better results, I will open the camera tracker options and perform a detailed analysis. This allows After Effects to generate even more tracking points and improve tracking accuracy. Again, this process may take some time depending on your system. And now it's done. As you can see, I now have a lot more tracking points available. I am going to select a suitable point on the wall and create text along with a camera. Once the text is created, I will place the text layer below my rotoscoped layer. For this is simple. I want the people walking in the scene to appear in front of the text while the text stays behind them. That's exactly why we spent time creating the rotoscope layer earlier. Now, I will adjust the position of the text and write the word how. As you can see, the text is attached to the wall, and when the person walks past it, the text stays behind the person. This creates a realistic effect. Next, I want to create another text element. This time, I will select a point on the road. Again, I will place the text layer below the rotoscope layer so that it remains behind the people. I am going to position it on the ground and write the number 2 to make it sit naturally on the road. I will rotate it using the X, Y, and Z rotation controls. Now it is starting to look much better. I am making small adjustments because I want the text to feel like it is actually painted or placed on the floor. After analyzing the placement multiple times and making some adjustments, I think it looks good now. Next, I will create another text layer. I will place this one nearby and write how to track. Now I will adjust its position using the XYZ coordinates and scale it by pressing S on the keyboard. I am changing the size and placement until it fits naturally into the scene. As you can see, the text is now positioned behind the family walking through the frame. However, there is a small issue. Some parts of the text are overlapping with the female character in the shot. To fix this, I will perform additional rotoscoping. First, I will open the layer again, fit it properly into view, and use the Roto Brush tool to isolate the area causing the problem. This overlap is happening because the mask is not covering the subject perfectly, so I am going to refine the rotoscope. Now let's check the result. The issue is mostly fixed, but there are still a few small errors. No problem. I will continue refining the rotoscope. Sometimes rotoscoping requires multiple passes. If there is still a problem, simply continue adjusting it until the result looks clean. Again, I will refine the edges, Now there are only a couple of small errors left. Let's fix those as well. And now it looks much better. There is still a slight issue around the character, so I am making one final adjustment. Now the rotoscoping is complete. After that, I will slightly change the position of the text. The placement wasn't looking perfect before, so I am adjusting it until it feels more natural. Yes, this position looks much better. Now I will create another text layer using a new camera track point. I will position it somewhere around here and create another piece of text. Then I will move this text layer toward the center and scale it so it matches the size of the other text elements. Instead of writing text, I will write camera. The text is currently too large, so I will reduce the size. I want it to match the rest of the typography in the scene. Now the size looks much better. The placement still doesn't feel perfect, so I am going to move the upper text slightly upward and the word camera slightly downward. Small adjustments like these make a big difference in the final look. And there we go. Now the text reads "How to track camera" and is integrated naturally into the environment. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you found it helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment about what tutorial you'd like to see next. I'll see you in the next video.